What up boys, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Again, before we get started today, I just want to plug my live streams on Trovo. I stream every single day at like 10 AM EST, so check us out from the top link in the description down below. Today we're going to be talking about emotes. Why are they in the game? When do people use them? How have they evolved over the years? I was just thinking recently about what makes people super mad at this game, and my last video was on the most consistent ladder decks, and this idea stemmed through the same thought process. Why do people get mad at those decks, and why do people also get mad about emotes? Today, I'm going to delve into those exact questions as we talk about emotes. Clash Royale's emotes used to just be the four little kings being a tiny bit obnoxious. For over 2 years since Clash Royale's global launch, it stayed as this. These four little boys still cause so much outrage in the Clash community. Now, there are certainly YouTubers out there who are infamous for their opinions on emotes. Emote is probably one of the biggest guys who's been vocal about emotes for a while in Clash Royale.
How does he still have emotes?
Personally, however, I've never really cared. Whilst Emote's feelings towards this guy spamming the living life out of the laughing emote are totally valid, to me it's just an audio file and a few pixels popping on and off the screen. Now, you probably swing either one way on this one. Either you despise emoting or you just don't care. But what if we introduced hundreds of new emotes? In the summer of 2018, Clash Royale decided to move their primary business plan from selling cards to selling cosmetics. We'll go over if this was good or not later in the video, but it did introduce endless possibilities of even more annoying emotes. A little bit like this. There were two main reasons this shift in business policy started to happen. Firstly, people saw this game as heavily pay to win. Prior to cosmetics coming to Clash Royale, the only thing that Supercell were selling in their game was cards. And this heavy dependency on them actually having to sell cards led the game to becoming more pay to win. This, paired with a number of players who rage because they face high level cards, led the community at large to label the game pay to win. The fact that this game even now still takes thousands of dollars to max out sort of shows how true this was. Before Supercell got more generous and focused on cosmetics, accounts would take tens of thousands to max out. The second reason is probably just because less people actually wanted to max out, with the game getting older and older. With less new people joining the game and with more and more people reaching maxed accounts, Supercell probably made a lot less money over time from raw card sales and needed another monetization method, and cosmetics were it. Personally, I think this is a better business decision. Giving players the option to grind cards to max themselves for free makes people less mad about leveling, and also gives people many options to customize their game to how they want to play. It was a good change, but what are the downfalls? One of the biggest downfalls of emotes is definitely the rage factor that these things can induce. We spoke earlier about how emotes make players rage less at card levels, but instead they'll probably just end up raging at emotes. You know those moments when you lose a tower and people chuck you the screaming hog, or when you get free crowned and people love to spam the princess yawn? There are tons of scenarios where people use emotes to wind their opponents up. In fact, that is almost the only way you can even use emotes in this game. The word emotes can be quite nice, and personally I always start a game with a good luck and tell my opponent thanks if they good luck me back. That isn't to say that I'll never be toxic, but I try to start every single game with some positive emoting. But the animated emotes, these are either super toxic or sorta useless. Like, the 10-year emote is cool and all, but what is the point? Who is actually using this thing in battle on any sort of frequent basis? Probably nobody. And such, emotes sorta have to be toxic if they want to be worth anything. This could prove a problem in Supercell's business plan, as it generates a sort of conflict. They want to create emotes that people want to buy, but they also don't want to create toxic emotes because it will make people rage. However, these two things seem to be directly correlative. With that being said, there is a crucial feature to emotes that do stop players from getting too mad: the mute button. If you're the type of person who does get all ragey because of emotes, this button was implemented for you and should be used as such. It's a nice failsafe to the negatives of emotes and allows the positives to be the main precedent. However, I would argue that it hasn't been as successful as Supercell would have liked. Firstly, I know a ton of players who hate emotes but don't use the mute button. To me, this makes almost no sense. If you hate emotes, why would you still have them on? But also, the business plan hasn't seemed to have developed over the last few years. This is supported by the fact that the primary way to spend money is still on cards. Clash Royale, special offers in shop, or just gems for challenges all still grant you cards. The rewards on ladder and global tournaments still offer you more card rewards than anything, and really I just don't feel like Supercell have really pushed on with the cosmetics idea. If this was their plan all along, then that is fine and it's working out super well, but I would like to see more emotes and jazz, especially with tower skins. I only have the ones from the couple of passes that I bought, but I'd love to see some random ones in the shop or in global tournaments, or even on the trophy road every season. I'm not a big spender in the game anymore, but having rewards that aren't entirely focused around cards would be very nice to have, so I actually have a reason to grind trophies and stuff. Cards to me feel sort of pointless at this point in the game, as they just let me push ladder, but ladder just gets me more cards. In conclusion today, I think emotes and general cosmetics are a huge positive for the game. It steers spending away from cards and stuff, and focuses it more on things that people rage over less. Personally, I do think Supercell could push it even further. Cards could, in theory, become a totally free thing to achieve, with cosmetics becoming entirely paid. Or we could just do with some more free cosmetics to give us other reasons to play. Just to end off this video, I'm gonna rant a little bit, not rant, more like ramble, off script, as you can tell it's off script because I am just rambling. My Wi-Fi has been down for 4 or so days, which is why this video took so long. I actually completed this script a couple of days before the TV Royale update came out, or just the episode on the update, so I didn't have a video on that because my Wi-Fi's been down. I wasn't able to make one, but luckily it was with Clan Wars 2. If they do release another video, which I think they are, we'll definitely be making a video on that, and I'll give you some more commentary on what I think on the update. But yeah, just sorry in the gap of uploads. It's not my fault. I haven't had internet and such. I haven't had my computer at home because I'm still trying to stream every single day on Trovo. So yeah, if you want to see more of me, which sounds weird, you can check out the Trovo link in the description down below. But yeah, boys, just let me know what you guys think of emotes in the comments today. Are they good for the game? Bad for the game? What's your favorite one? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, guys, just thank you for watching this video. Do leave us a like and a subscription if you want to see more. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the content today, and peace.